Items lost. Aww. Let me save the game just in case. Alright. Oh, yes. By this time they should be trying to kill each other. Yep, I was right. Damn it, man. Get out of my way. Wookiee Rebel. This corner is so fucked. Thank you. Okay, come on. Stop masturbating. Wookiee Rebel. Let no one escape. They must learn. Whatever. And now we make our long way away. It will be long before we allow ourselves to be as weak as Jedi made us. We remember what happened here. Slavers will not take us again. Oh my god, who's waiting? Why are these guys taking so long? Thank you. Alright. Hey, Canderous.
Yeah, what do you...
Tell me a story.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh?
Yep.
I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover.
How nice.
But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened? Did it backfire? Your Mandalorians were never too smart.
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something, or woken something up. Ooh. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship!
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more
collectors
stuff
are
later
down
if we
there.
get the
No, no.
chance. Is there something else you
The
want to know?
the Reapers. Nope.
Your choice.
Canderous. How nice of him. Alright, let's see if I can... Let me modify this thing. Let me get a short sword out. Let's see. Let's get that Great Dragon Crystal and Violence +2 versus 2 weapon penalty if used in the offhand. That looks nice. Kill it. Leave it alone. I don't want to kill it. Hey, what's up?
How may I be of assistance?
What are we could talk?
What is it you would like to...
Tell me about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They,
Nope.
all of them, were so very...
Invigorating. Invigorating?
They were so very alive. So full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
What do you mean?
Those Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting. But to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Kratos is a god. He ain't a good god, though. Jedi are not gods.
I know that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them.
Touch
Some
in
people
inappropriate
thought it would
places.
bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What
The
happened?
Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Was it that bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no. But I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
As long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem.
Damn straight.
But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
Yes. We shall. Jole Bendo. Jole Bendo. Bendo, Jole Bendo.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Yes. Can you have him make a healing kit for me?
I suppose I could whip up something, a few herbs and such. Do know that the best alternative is not to get hurt, right? Not to say that you go leaping into the path of blaster fire or anything, but I know how you young people get. Here, take it.
He's like, here, take it.
Got some.
Give me some more.
How many could you possibly need? And besides, I don't have enough supplies on me to put some more together. Ask me later when you're actually in need and I'm less tired. I'm not a kit factory, you know.
Yeah, you are.
Got something.
Do you know anything about this place?
Oh, I know plenty about Kashyyyk. You think someone doesn't live here for 20 years and pick up a thing or two?
Maybe.
Chances are, by the time I finish telling you about it all, you would have found out for yourself. So there's no reason for me to start blathering on. It should be enough for me to tell you that there's kilometer after kilometer of trees on this planet. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets.
Sweet.
If you're smart, you stay on top with the Wookiees. You go deep, however, and you may find some things you weren't expecting. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
Never mind.
Oh, I get it. Let's play.
Let's play with the old man's mind. He's half senile. He will forget anything. He'll forget anything I said. Wait. What are we talking about again? Joe Labendo's my favorite Jedi. Or old Jedi. I like him. Karth, what up?
Yes, what's on your mind?
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace.
Didn't we have this
Jedi
conversation?
have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important. It's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
And how does that excuse your actions?
It doesn't, I know. It's been a while since I've even had to think about that sort of thing. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside.
Yes. Not really. I could care less what you think.
I guess there's no harm done then. Still, I should know better by now. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agree to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Yeah!
How can I help?
You wish to talk to me?
I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar.
I think we both know the real reason you've been watching me.
You never give up, do you?
Nope.
I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force.
Awesome.
And I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it.
I make you tremble? Do you get all tingly inside too?
What? No, of course not. Not like that anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy. Or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety. For it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this. But I will do my best to make you understand.
I do understand. What are you trying to teach? What are you trying to tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side.
Of the Force.
The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
Yay! You seem to know that temptation very well.
I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
What's his name again? Darth Sion? I don't know. What's his name again? Saren. That's a good example.
That is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What